In today's show, Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki promotes Bitcoin and says that the Federal Reserve is dead. That's right, on crypto Twitter, he wrote, "Fed is dead. Loans to zombie CEOs cannot be paid back. In 2020, zombies owe $900 billion with declining income. By 2021, zombie debt to pass $1.6 trillion. Got gold, silver, Bitcoin, accept whatever comes to you woven in the tapestry of your destiny. Marcus Aurelius, take care." And if you recall, he did go on the limb and do a Bitcoin price prediction back on May 16th, where he wrote Bitcoin was currently trading at 9,800. His prediction is $75,000 in 3 years for the Bitcoin price. Pray for the best, prepare for the worst. I'll be breaking this down for you here in today's show. Also in today's episode, a little known crypto asset which has far outperformed Bitcoin, surging 5,000% since April of 2019. In today's show, I'll be sharing with you why this particular altcoin is surging so much against Bitcoin. Also in today's episode, I'll be sharing with you a new Bitcoin price model which suggests an exponential bull run in 1 month. That's right, on-chain analyst Willy Woo published a new Bitcoin price model showing a new Bitcoin bull run could begin in 30 days. Let's go, BTC. Also in today's episode, we'll be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As we can see, Bitcoin and some of the major alts are back in the green, with Bitcoin hovering just above that $9,000 support. Where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in learning from the Wall Street legend himself, Teeka Tiwari, who picked Apple back in 2003 and Bitcoin in 2016 as he shares his #1 pick for the 2020s, they're calling it the investment of the decade. Right now, there is a mad rush in corporate America. It involves Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook. They're all betting on a new technology that the World Economic Forum projects will soar 295,000% over 7 years. But it's not AI, the Internet of Things, or 5G. To discover what it is, click the link below this video in the description to watch this exclusive presentation by the one and only Teeka Tiwari. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and let's kick it off by diving into today's top story of the day. Now, this is a pretty big deal considering the Rich Dad Poor Dad author, Robert Kiyosaki, has 1.4 million followers on Twitter. He says the Federal Reserve is dead, and another bullish sign for Bitcoin as he's been promoting Bitcoin more recently. There's been many investors that are still hesitant to get involved with Bitcoin. They make comments like cryptocurrencies are hard to own, or Bitcoin is for criminals, and other sentiments along those lines, as if the US dollar has not been used by criminals for so long, right? Yet a prominent financial educator, shout out to Robert Kiyosaki, an entrepreneur, says that owning Bitcoin, silver, and gold is a wise decision. Here's why he thinks so. According to Robert Rich Dad Kiyosaki, an American entrepreneur and author, the Federal Reserve is dead. Let's take a look at his actual tweet. And just to show you this, check this out. Robert Kiyosaki has 1.4 million followers. So I love seeing him promote Bitcoin as he has, as he's against the Fed, the quantitative easing, and printing trillions out of thin air, right? So check this out. Fed is dead. Loans to zombie CEOs cannot be paid back. In 2020, zombies owe $900 billion with declining income. By 2021, which FYI is next year, zombie debt will pass $1.6 trillion. Got gold, silver, Bitcoin, accept whatever comes to you woven in the tapestry of your destiny. Marcus Aurelius, take care. And then some of the responses here, Zach replied, get Bitcoin. It's the best by far. It has far superior monetary properties. Touche. And checking out some more of the tweets, we had Andreas Antonopoulos, a big influencer in the Bitcoin space, respond to Robert Kiyosaki. We should discuss Bitcoin. I can provide some context from technical perspectives, perhaps answer some questions you might have about it. I have 500 plus educational videos about Bitcoin and open blockchains on YouTube. I've written 5 books on the topic, and I want to give a massive shout out to Andreas Antonopoulos. Aurelius because he's the one who introduced me to Bitcoin back in 2017. I watched one of his speeches. I believe it was a TED Talk entitled The Internet of Money. So massive shout out to Andreas. To combat this trend, alongside a potential debt crisis and money printing, Kiyosaki has effectively prescribed Bitcoin, silver, and gold. He has mentioned those assets to over 1 million followers via his Twitter account in the recent months. And let's take a look at his prediction that he did share back on May 16th. He wrote, "The economy dying, Fed incompetent, next bailout trillions in pensions, hope fading, bought more gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Gold at $1,700, predict 3,000 in 1 year, which is virtually doubling the value. Silver at $17, predict $40 in 5 years, which again is virtually doubling in 5 years. And Bitcoin at 9,800, prediction $75,000 in 3 years. What's the best ROI here? Obviously, Bitcoin has the greatest potential." And he goes on to share, "Pray for the best, prepare for the worst." So, the Rich Dad Poor Dad author says that those assets are real money, while the fiat money printed by the Federal Reserve is fake. And I agree 100%. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Robert Kiyosaki's poignant comments on the economy and its relation to gold and Bitcoin comes as the precious metal has rallied. At this time, gold trades for $1,770, which is 15% higher than its price at the start of this year, 2020. That's also close to a new all-time high against the US dollar, with the last one set after the 2018 recession. Analysts expect this trend to continue moving forward. Citigroup was reported by Bloomberg to have raised its spot market forecast for gold prices, maintaining its long-lasting bullish bias. Analysts at firms cited the macro backdrop of low interest rates and universal anxiety about the pandemic. Bitcoin had the chance to follow gold higher, especially in this macro environment. That's according to some prominent analysts. We also have Paul Tudor Jones, who said in a recent note titled "The Great Monetary Inflation" that Bitcoin is the fastest horse in the race. I repeat, Bitcoin is the fastest horse in the race. This was made in reference to the asset's 21 million coin supply cap, while other asset classes don't have that benefit, even gold. Now that's a fact. I also want to remind you that Paul Tudor Jones is considered the most influential investor in our space of our time, and he just allocated between 1 and 3% of his overall investment portfolio into Bitcoin. We're talking the sum of over $300 million. Then we have companies like the Bitcoin Grayscale Trust purchasing 3 times the amount of Bitcoin, which is actually currently being mined. So there's a lot of institutional demand right now, to say the least. Jones is a billionaire hedge fund manager, largely regarded to be one of the world's best macro analysts. Go figure. Also touting the sentiment is Bloomberg's Mike McGlone, which I shared in a previous episode, a senior commodity strategist. He wrote in a recent report that with Bitcoin trading increasing like gold, the latter rallying could boost the former. Here's a quote coming from Mike McGlone: "Increasing companionship with gold is a Bitcoin price tailwind in our view. At the highest for longest 52-week correlation and beta ever versus the metal, the firstborn crypto should continue to advance for reasons similar to gold, fueled by unprecedented global central bank easing, aka quantitative easing." So we have so many influencers extremely bullish, not just on precious metals, but specifically Bitcoin, as they should be at the end of the day. You feel me? And before we get to our next story of the day, with this little known crypto asset far outperforming Bitcoin and surging 5,000% since April of 2019, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. Bitcoin maintaining that $9,000 support, up 0.35% for the day. We really need to break back above 9,500, 10,000, and the critical 10,500 resistance, which we've been stuck at for quite some time, before we can expect to trekking right along where we left off. I believe if this pandemic didn't occur earlier this year, Bitcoin would already be trading above last year's high of $14,000. But hey, that's just my 2 Satoshis. Ethereum down 0.27% for the day, trading at $222. I said it before, I'll say it again. I believe Ethereum and Chainlink are amongst the 2 most undervalued crypto assets in the altcoin market right now. We have XRP down 0.8%, trading at 17.5 cents. Miss Litecoin down about 0.25%, trading at $41, and Chainlink down 1%, trading at $4.45. And before we do the exchange volume, let's talk about this little known crypto asset which has been outperforming Bitcoin. A low market cap coin is gaining recognition after printing 5,000% gains since April of 2019. practically a year ago. Crypto analyst and investor Alex Saunders tells his 35,000 Twitter followers that he came across Synthetics SNX after attending the EDCon conference in Sydney of last year. Here's what he shared on crypto Twitter. The best performing DeFi, decentralized finance project of the past 2 years is SNX Synthetics. It's up 5,000% since April of 2019, EDCon Sydney. After seeing Synthetics presentation, I told members this was a top 2 Ethereum project I was buying. We took some profit in December, but kept hodling for the long term. And for those of you not familiar with Synthetics, it's a derivatives trading platform built on the Ethereum blockchain that allows users to bet on a number of assets, including stocks, crypto, fiat currencies, and commodities. How many of you are currently hodling SNX? Let me know in the comments right down below. And for those of you who wish to participate in the market, you can do so by trading your Bitcoin or Ethereum into synthetic network tokens, SNX, which can be locked up as collateral to produce synths such as SUSD, which is synthetic US dollar. Traders who hold synths can bet whether a particular stock or currency will rise or fall. And what's unique about Synthetics is that users who choose to stake their SNX tokens as collateral can earn rewards. SNX value proposition of reducing circulating supply by introducing rewards, compelling users to stake massive amounts of coins, and enabling them to get exposure to other assets appears to be driving demand. Synthetics is currently the third largest DeFi platform with over $259 million worth of assets locked. The crypto has a market cap of 154.2 million currently, according to CoinMarketCap. So let me know if you're bullish on this leading DeFi platform on the Ethereum blockchain, and if you're bullish or bearish on this cryptocurrency. And before we get to our next story of the day, new Bitcoin price model suggests exponential bull run in the next month. Let's take a look at some of the top exchange volumes. We have Hobby Global, which overtook Binance once again with 3.1 billion in volume, down 32% for the day. Binance down 21% with 3.1 billion in volume as well. It's been interesting to see Hobby take over Binance as now the leading crypto exchange, right? OKEX down 23% with about 1.8 billion in volume, and BitMEX up 5.8% with $931 million in volume in the past 24 hours. All right, now for our next story of the day. Earlier this week, on-chain analyst Willy Woo, shout out to Willy Woo, released a new price model for Bitcoin. The model identifies the start of an exponential Bitcoin bull run based on historical data. According to the model, Bitcoin may just be 1 month away from an official bull market. Let's go BTC. Will the Bitcoin bull market begin next month in July? Well, the price of Bitcoin was hovering around 10K in February before the coronavirus pandemic, yeah, I said it, pandemic, led to the US stock market to correct sharply. At the time, analysts expected Bitcoin to pull back as the price had also rejected 10,500, which is a pivotal resistance level. Surprisingly, Bitcoin dropped rapidly as it fell below 6K, ultimately dropping to a yearly low of 3,600 on BitMEX. This caused mayhem in the crypto market as more than $1 billion worth of leverage positions were liquidated just like that. According to Willy Woo, Bitcoin was positioned for a bull market before the coronavirus pandemic affected nearly all risk on markets. And I agree here 100%. Woo's new model, which accurately marked the start of 4 previous bull runs, once again, his new model accurately marked the start of 4 previous bull runs, indicates Bitcoin is preparing for another uptrend in the near term. Here's what Willy Woo said on crypto Twitter. This is a new model I'm working on. It picks the start of exponential bull runs. Number 1, Bitcoin was setting up for a bullish run until COVID-19 white swan killed the party. And number 2, this model suggests we are close to another bullish run, maybe another month to go. And he include this graph, which you can see here on your screen. So if the price of Bitcoin remains stable for longer, Woo said that it could strengthen for the next breakout, which I also agree happens when we start trading sideways, we start accumulating, we start growing stronger and stronger, so we can finally blow past that critical resistance of 10,000 and 10,500. Furthermore, Bitcoin has shown a relatively low level of volatility for well over a month. It's been pretty boring to say the least, right? Defending the $9,000 support level, which is specifically where we're currently at. The analysts further explain, the longer this bull market takes to wind up, the higher the peak price, which is the top top cap model, a long sideways accumulation band is ultimately a good thing. So a long period of consolidation under a multi-year resistance level, such as 10,500, is often considered as a positive factor because it shows buyers are attempting to breach a key level, but there is not enough selling pressure to counter it. Additional factors pointing to a bull run. Here we go. Since March, the price of Bitcoin has recovered from the sub 4,000 area without a major correction, and along the way, traders have defended major support levels at $5,800, $6,500, $8,100, and $8,600. Currently, trader Nunya Business said the market structure of Bitcoin remains intact despite recent dips in the price trend of Bitcoin. The analyst said the upward trend has morphed into more of a sideways pattern and has experienced some dips lately. However, market structure remains intact. The series of higher lows has not been broken. Does this pattern continue to hold? Well, what are your thoughts? Let me know. Now, what's more important to remember is that despite the current corrections, the Bitcoin price remains in an uptrend even as it moves sideways in a consolidation phase. That's a fact. This confluence of bullish macro factors and the resilience of key Bitcoin support levels raise the probability of a strong bull market in the medium to long term. Now, I agree here, but I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments right down below. I feel we're gearing up to retest last year's highs of 14,000 and 2017's all-time highs of 20,000. I feel confident we can break that this year. It's going to happen. The only question, my friend, when will it happen? So let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And now taking a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at 258 billion with 54 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. And the current BTC dominance is 64.8%. And now taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100, we have Swiss Borg up a whopping 30% after a massive decline yesterday, now trading at 11.5 cents. We have Bitcoin Gold up 21%, trading at $9.95. Go BTC Gold. Nervos Network up 11%, trading at 0.004. Bitcoin Diamond up 9.6%, trading at 74 cents. Quant up 9%, trading at $9.50. And Ren up 8.77%, trading at 15.6 cents. And now taking a look at the top losers, Flexicoin down 11%, trading at 0.002. The Midas Touch Gold down 8%, trading at 5 cents. Loop Ring down about 5%, trading at 7 cents. Verge down 4%, trading at 0.006. Aave down 3.5%, trading just below 12 cents. And Basic Attention Token down 3%, trading at 25 cents. And now taking a look at the BitMEX margins, we can see the bulls are back in control, leading with about 26 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, which feels good considering for the past 48 hours, the bears were in control, but that's how fast the market can switch just like that at the drop of a hat. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 41 in fear. Yesterday was a 40 in fear. Last week a 38 in fear. And last month a 48, which is neutral. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And I want to encourage you to check out the description right below this video by clicking show more in the description right down below for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 460 plus videos right here on my channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Not only is this updated every single day, you can also download the latest episode of the show in MP3 format so you can listen to it when you're out and about, on your way to work, working out, just doing your thing. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube by smashing that subscribe button, or you can do so directly at cryptonewsalerts.net. I also appreciate your continued support on all the major podcasting platforms, including Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher Radio. So once again, I appreciate your continued support. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To become a part of this, simply click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as you should be, as most cryptopreneurs and crypto enthusiasts are on Telegram. So if you're not, get on Telegram and be sure to click this link to automatically be added to the group. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto revolution. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. In the meantime, let's sit back, relax, grab a crypto cocktail, and watch this BTC go straight to the moon. And real quick, before I go, if interested in learning from the Wall Street legend himself, Teeka Tiwari, who picked Apple back in 2003 and Bitcoin in 2016 as he shares his #1 pick for the 2020s, they're calling it the investment of the decade. Right now, there is a mad rush in corporate America. It involves Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook. They're all betting on a new technology that the World Economic Forum projects will soar 295,000% over 7 years. But it's not AI, the Internet of Things, or 5G. To discover what it is, click the link below this video in the description. It's going to take you here to watch this exclusive presentation by the one and only Teeka Tiwari. Enjoy it, and I look forward to catching you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.